President Muhammadu Buhari has begged Nigerians for forgiveness. The president also told those it might have hurt in the course of discharging his constitutional duties to pardon him. The outgoing president said this when residents of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Abuja, paid him solemn homage at the presidential villa. Meanwhile, reactions have continued to trail a statement by the opposition parties and some notable Nigerians. Buhari was sworn in as the president of Nigeria on May 29, 2015 for a 4-year tenure and was re-elected and inaugurated on May 29, 2019 for another 4 years. But since the emergence of Buhari as the president of the country, he has come under heavy criticism. Many Nigerians have compared his administration to previous ones. I am joined by the Coordinator General, Access to Advocacy and Rights of the People, ACAP. You are welcome to Political Matters, and I'm Michael Adekunle. I'll be back in a jiffy. Welcome to Political Matters.
It's a pleasure having me here.
Wow,
Thank you.
Wow, great. Now, can you just shed light, on ACAP? Many people don't really understand what ACAP, means.
As the acronym implies, ACAP, is access to advocacy and rights of the people. It's a human rights organization, that is basically specialized in paralegal advocacy.
Okay.
And intervening, and fight for the rights of every Nigerian, irrespective of your status. So we make sure that the rights of every Nigerian are protected and sustained. Okay. That is basically what we do. Now,
is there any difference between ACAP and Gani FAWEHINME, organization you belong to?
A big difference, really, because ACAP, I head ACAP.
Okay.
As the Coordinator General. Why Gani FAWEHINME organization is, I would say, is one of the legacy that kept, the ideas, and ideologies of Gani FAWEHINME alive till date after its demise in 2009, September 5 to be precise. So we have, kept, the fire burning to immortalize him, as one of the greatest Nigerian that bestrode, the landscape of this country. So that's what GAFAMO, stands for.
Now, Gani was a great man. Of course, I saw the way people celebrated him over the last weekend on his 85th birthday. One thing that really, surprised me at that venue was the fact that the chairman of that occasion said that Gani FAWEHINME still lives on, that you shouldn't use memorial again for that program. Now, what can you say about this man called Gani FAWEHINME? What legacy do you think he left behind?
When you say Gani was a great man, I think that's an understatement to me, because Gani, I won't use words now, because Gani still lives on.
Because he corrected us that day.
Because, Gani is an enigmatic, a legal, icon and colossus who is unrivaled, unequal in all ramification, based, on his, pedigree, his deeds, either through the legal practice, intervention on, issue of oppression, rule of law, injustice, and then what have you. So Gani can never be compared to any, as of Nigeria today, can never be compared to any Nigerian. That is why, his deeds, is imprimatur, is still on till date. And that is why we always say, Gani shoes is too big for anybody to wear till date.
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Now, back to the major topic for today. Now, in less than a month, the president of the country, Muhammadu Buhari, will be leaving the office. And I believe you heard about the issue that is currently trending in the country now, where he begged for forgiveness, begged Nigerians for forgiveness during the Salah festive period. Now, what can you point out that Buhari has successfully achieved in the last 8 years?
Well, I say no, that's after church. For President Muhammad Buhari, who have less than, just as already pointed out that, less than a month, to vacate, the exalted and highest office in the land, asking or begging for Nigerian forgiveness. Remember vividly, when he took the mantle of Nigerian president, precisely on May 29, 2015. Yeah. On his inauguration day, President Muhammad Buhari said, and I quote, that I am for everybody, I am from nobody. I think, that statement goes a long way to tell you that, he, in spite, of, his failed attempts to assume that position, eventually when he came on board as Nigerian president, he created the impression that he had become a born-again Democrat. That was what he said. Born-again Democrat, who Nigerians, they are hoped on that truly this man has changed over a new leaf, that we are going to see a new Buhari from the whole, military, Buhari, when he was, the military president, head of state in 1983. But what we have seen over the past 7 years now is nothing has changed. Because for a president who said he's for everybody, he's for nobody, that means I think it would be in the best position to explain what that statement meant. Now, begging for forgiveness, that to me, I think he knew actually what he wanted, and what he wanted to achieve with the mantle. I mean, with the the mandate given to him when he was elected as our president. Now, begging for forgiveness, it depends on Nigerians, because it depends on perspective. Well, I think he should have explained further why he's asking for Nigerian forgiveness. Because for you to ask for someone forgiveness, you might have committed an offense or some infractions.
Does it mean does it really mean Buhari has failed in delivering his promises, or what?
That you are now just putting it straight, that in the whole all spheres of governance.
Yeah.
I will say, I may say he has not failed totally.
Totally, okay.
To an extent, he has not failed, but he has not done.
But has he delivered his promises?
He did not. He did not deliver all his promises.
Okay.
Because we are talking of okay, let's take insecurity for instance. You see the indifference of our president towards the level of insecurity in the countries. Whereby talking of the Fulani herdsmen, the bandits, the issue of ethnic cleansing, yeah, which very pervasive in the northern region. Yeah. What has he done to arrest such ugly trend, ugly situation? It has been indifference all along. So he has failed in several aspects. Maybe that is why he's saying Nigerians should forgive him, because of that abysmal performance.
Now, when you look at what Charles Oputa said, talking about Charlie Boy, he said Buhari, intentionally, mismanaged Nigeria. Now, when you look at that statement, it's a very strong statement. It speaks volume. Now, he promised to fight corruption in 2015 or 14 when he was campaigning, and up till now we've not seen anything substantial to that effect. Now, for him to have come out to apologize, it means he has failed woefully. Don't you think so?
Well, Charlie Boy is entitled to his opinion,
okay,
personal opinion. And when I started, I said Buhari knew what he wanted to do with the power given to him.
Okay, he knew what he wanted to do with the power.
That is it.
How? Can you shed more
Well,
light?
what I mean is that I think for him to have been, denied that, mandate, 4 times, I think, he must have learned one or two things. That, okay, because I remember, and I quote, he said that, maybe after all those, failed attempts, when, through those periods of court, to retrieve,
His mandate?
purported stolen mandate.
Okay.
Purported stolen mandate.
Okay.
That the baboons and the monkey will be soaking in blood. I think that statement was credited to him. I think, will I say Buhari came, for a revenge mission? Let me use that word. Buhari is ill prepared.
He wasn't prepared.
Ill prepared. He wasn't prepared. That is why you see the abysmal failure. So he didn't get it right. So if you are, if you have the reins of power within you, how will you allow cabals? I think we're in this country where we see, some, cliques, some cabals, hijacking, leadership from you. That means you are not prepared. You are not, at the helm of, you are not in control. That means, he was not prepared, for governance. That is why you can see the issue of corruption, that pervades, all sector under your nose, and you have no answer, ready-made answer to that. So to me, Buhari is failed in several aspects. So that is why he did not deliver on the promises he made to Nigerians. That is why we can. I would say if we should score him based on his performance, I think I will be considerate. I'm not giving 5 over 100.
5 over 100.
I'm telling you.
In all aspects.
In all aspects. The indices are there. The parameters, are there.
The health sector, educational sector, 5 over 100.
5 over 100. That is personal.
Personal.
Yeah. That is my scorecard, for Buhari.
With all the money pumped into security.
Corruption, became, the norm. That is one of those things, during Buhari. And, what I say is deliberate that he shut his eyes. Buhari never fought corruption. Say Richard Soja. I think there's a saying, within, the military parlance, that, once a soldier, always a soldier. No, it's a thing of psyche mentality. They were trained, to be, well, I say, they have this straight-jacketed way of,
governing the affairs of the nation.
Exactly, affairs of the nation. They are not. I think they are.
Maybe he came with that mindset.
That the mindset.
And he met a different thing in the system.
Exactly, because soldiers are used to decrease.
Okay.
They are not very familiar with constitutions. That is democratic settings. So that is why he came with that mindset. That when it's Earth's way, as the head of state, I think let me just try to play along with this democratic setting, and but Buhari as a person, you cannot read that no man's mind.
No, you're not talking about doubting someone's mind. Does it mean that what he met on ground was quite different from the mindset he had from the beginning?
If actually he met something different, from what he envisaged.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I think he's surrounded by advisors, several advisors,
okay,
who are Democrats. And I'm very sure they will have advised him, this is how things should be done. But if he's not listening to them, you cannot force him. Because the buck stop at his table. Whatever he says is final.
Then who should he blame?
Let me tell you.
Is it the president or his cabinet?
Let me tell you, the president takes the blame. The president takes the blame. Because the mandate, to superintend over the affairs of this country was not given to the cabinet members. Although they might, be either appointed or elected.
Okay.
But, the buck stops, at, the top echelon, which is, the head honcho of this country, which is, President Muhammadu Buhari. He takes, the whole blame. Nobody, else, will partake in such blame. So he should be answerable to the woes Nigerians, face, to the mystery, he plunged, Nigerians into. He should not share the blame with anybody. If Gani were to be alive, I think, we have said this, after his, demise, September 5, 2009. By September 5, that will be 14 years now that, he passed on, to the greater beyond. We have said, times without number, that if Gani were to be alive, the issue of injustice, oppression, inequality, corruption, tribal, crisis and what have you, Gani will have fought, those vices to a standstill. Because Gani is a kind of, restless, man that, detests
injustice.
Injustice.
Right? Okay.
To the core. If you are by chance, when he was alive, being, in the company of Gani, when he's addressing the state of the nation, you will see this man vibrating. When he's talking, it gets to a point that, he will be stuttering. Are you getting me? That shows, the passion, in this, great man that detests, all those social vices in this country. If we are to be alive, I'm telling you, what we are seeing, what you are witnessing now, I think, if not all, it has been, reduced to a barest minimum. They know Gani. President Muhammadu Buhari knows Gani. Likewise, several of, the political actors, office holder, at the ends of affairs now. They know this great man. That, all of them, they will sit at the edge of their chairs. Because, he will be at their neck. Several court suits, several, intervention. So that is, the man called Gani. And that is why we continue to say, there can be only one Gani. There cannot be two Gani.
Now, let me ask you a question, Kitude. Why are the likes of Aborishade, Femi Falana, not fighting it to stand still? You just said Gani would have fought, everything, totally. Why is the like of Falana not doing the same thing?
Don't misconstrue what I said, that the two personalities you just mentioned, are still alive, and they are doing their best to make sure injustice or whatever, are fought to a standstill. But you remember I said, specifically that, individuals have, their own peculiarities. They say we are born equal, but we have, aside from innate potentials.
Was Gani doing it out of love for the masses? Was it passionate about it, or was
it goes beyond love? That's the right word. Passion. That's the passion. And commitment.
Is Falana passionate about it?
He's passionate about it.
Not for the money.
Well, I would say I won't be in the best position to say that, because it depends on the intervention. Let me tell you one thing I can say for sure, that there are aspects, because I remember when Chief was alive, he never took government brief. It's about individual, the downtrodden, the less privileged. That is why Gani happens to be a man of the masses.
Yeah, that's why they gave him their titles, senior advocate of.
No,
the
that
masses.
it was when the Nigerian Bar Association, denied him on several times, to give him the highest, title under, their, association. So that was when he now felt, that, to hell with, with such title. But University of Ife, that's where Obafemi Awolowo University now, felt, I think, as a man of the masses, this should be the highest, title, you are, I mean, you deserve. And he was given senior advocate of the masses. And that is why, till date, if you want, to Chief Gani Fawehime, if you want to write his name, that SAN, comes, before SAN. So, and he cherished, that, senior advocate of the masses, more than any other title.
Wow. Wow.
So that's the man Gani for you.
Now, so what makes Gani different from Falana? Just, in a brief.
Would I say Gani is older than Falana?
Is it difficult for you to say?
No,
now,
it's not.
You should know that for me to have come up with this question, you should not have had something somewhere. And that's why I'm asking you,
we are
as the PR to the organization.
We are on national television. I would say,
okay,
there is a big age difference, between Gani and Mr. Femi Falana. I say.
No, don't let us talk about the age difference. Professionally.
Let me tell you one thing, because age, come with experience.
Okay.
He might have seen it all.
Okay.
I think that is what I just think Gani might have seen it all. I'm not saying Femi Falana, SAN has not seen it all too. But age is not something you can buy with money. Experience is not something you can buy with money. I mean, I think that is an additional added advantage, to the passion of Gani Fawehime. But let me say, I give it to Mr. Femi Falana, SAN, because age comes with experience. You can't compare what he did, in 10 years' time, to what he will do this time around, because he has garnered the experience over the years. So he will learn new things, how to do things differently for what he had done in the past. And that is what I meant by Gani. If Gani were to be alive now, I think he will be over 85 years now. So that's what I mean.
Okay. Now back to the issue. We have a president-elect who will be taking over from President Muhammadu Buhari come May 29. Now, what advice would you give to this man? Of course, he returned home yesterday after a brief vacation. Nigerians are still asking for the social amenities they've been denied over the years. Talking about good roads, electricity, I'm talking about constant electricity, security of lives and properties, and others. Now, what should be at the back of the mind of the person coming on board to govern the affairs of the nation? Of course, you said the other time that President Muhammadu Buhari was not prepared. You said it. You said he wasn't prepared. Yeah. Now, what should be at the back of the mind of the person that is coming to govern the affairs of the nation?
Well, my advice to the president-elect, if I'm not mistaken, he has been within the corridor of power, since 1992, when he was first, senator. I would say, and he governed Lagos, for 8 years. 1999 to 2007, and ever since then, he has not held any political office before. He now got elected in spite of the contention. My advice is for him to right the wrongs done to Nigerians as a whole. How do I mean?
Okay.
That you right the wrongs. Because you have been questioned from all fronts. You have been questioned from all fronts. It is now left for you to redeem those negative impressions formed about you as a person. now, by extension now, put smiles on the faces of Nigerians, by doing, going into the full art of governance. Then let Nigeria have a sense of belongings. And whatever the expectations, the yearnings and aspirations of every Nigerian should be met as at when due. It's a simple task. You don't need to dilly-dally over it. Put smiles on Nigerian faces. That is my simple advice to the president-elect.
Now, we have a few days to go for President Muhammadu Buhari. What can Buhari do to rewrite his history?
Well, I think I expected that question. To me, it's belated. What can he do within the space of how many days now? What can he do? Other than for him to apologize.
What can he do to make people happy? To make Nigerians happy? Yeah.
What can he do? At least.
Just a few days to go.
Yeah, the only thing he can do, what can he do to make Nigerians happy?
Yeah.
Only,
if not,
I think he has done it already.
What?
That Nigerians should forgive him, Abi.
Well,
the Nigerians should forgive him.
Forgive him for, no, I'm not even talking about forgiveness. What do you think, as a Nigerian?
Well, let me tell you,
they can just make Nigeria, if not 200 million people,
all
at least.
facets, of governance, I cannot pinpoint exactly what Buhari can do to put smile on Nigerian faces.
Wow.
I cannot pinpoint.
So he can't rewrite the history?
It's too late to me.
It's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Would I say, if Buhari now decide, tomorrow, to give, each Nigerian, let me just assume,
okay,
to give each Nigerian $1 million, please, I want to put smile on your faces. Does that, will that assuage, the feelings, the hurt Nigerians had been plunged into over the years?
No, but
how much is?
Don't you think
it's near impossible?
But don't you think it will go a long way?
Go a long way.
Looking at the present challenges,
well, let me tell you, it go a long way. Yeah. I think within the I won't say the majority of Nigerians would have that that impact, because money is not the answer to all human challenges.
Even if he tries to implement that, will the corrupt system allow it to get to the masses?
That's why I said it's impossible. It's not impossible. It can never happen.
It can never happen.
And that is what because an average Nigerian who is find it very difficult to eke out a living. Means of livelihood is non-existent. I think with such amount of money, at least that will put a little smile on their face that with money I can do something with this amount. But that does not solve the problems.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you for coming on board, and we hope to see you next time on the platform.
It's a pleasure having me once again. Thanks, sir.
All right. All right, and on this note, we'll say goodbye to you on today's edition of Political Matters. Join us next time on the same platform. Michael Adekule remains my name.